I'm not here, so, and you're half not here, so we actually could maybe bypass the disservices.
But you need massage.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
there's no ego in it.
Oh, yeah, sure. You got that tone there. Yeah, no, there's no ego in it. There's no chemical body ego in this. But there is a profile we're creating that is designed to bugger or stimulate or help or whatever other people. That's a new kind of ego. It's not a chemical body, body ego.
I would get it anyway when I said there's no ego, because there's always an ego.
But I'm thinking that you've got to be specified what kind of ego. Because you said, I have ego in this. Normal ego is abrupt with other people. But you're saying I have ego in this. That means in the chip landscape.
Right.
It's not... when people have an ego in an office, egos clash in an office. They don't feel they have an ego in this. They're just egos. Chemical body egos. I think they're different. The ego here, we will pretend to get along, and we may get along, and everything's great. We would not come to blows. That's like saving face. No one loses a cool in front of the camera. They understand that now. But, okay, so we're not... But the ego is not to appear violent, but to be proud that I didn't get into a fight. That's a different ego. Ego in your chemical body is you're fighting and you're proud to handle the fight, right? And you take it or you win the fight. Here we're being proud that we look like we're not fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, we're proud of
So it's a different kind of ego. There's still the pride element. Well, it's different. What is that? It's the ego that's proud is part of your chemical body, I guess. But it's sort of, there's my chip body. He's a great kid, I love my son, my chip body son. Because, he performs well, He doesn't make a fool.
When I realized all flack is like in the beginning, I was like, you're really pissed off, chemically, and then I realized, this isn't anything more than Nintendo, and it's like my video game character getting killed. My he's taking a hit, and I'm not. I mean, there's no reason for me to take it seriously, because I can die an infinite number of deaths and all flack, and I'll always come back.
Now, it's good you bring that up, because that defines what I knew. I never, when I got online in '94, I got into all like that, I knew not to have a chemical body. I knew that wasn't there, and it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter what anybody said to me. I did not, and many people, they went on the internet looking for camaraderie, and were totally pissed off at the flaming world they got into. Even among friends on some hobbies, everything grew up. That's where my training in these matters served me well. I went in there head first, knowing that nobody could have an ego in there, that it was an after image of the chemical body, an after image of the internet, an after image of definitely of the chemical body, and maybe an after image of the Android beam. I intuited that. Because, Croker, I was reading Croker's book in that period, 1994, and he really was a really good describer. That's why he's on my chart. He's nervous. Go back and read his book. He laid out the irreality, not unreality, the irreality of the virtual situation. It's real, but nothing to do with chemical body levels of reality or kinetic bouncing off each other. So what happens, I went on the forums immediately, not trying to connect personally like many people did. And I ended up being hated. But I didn't mind being hated. But people actually accused me of being ingenuous or a fake or a liar. This is not all flack, but in other places, within the school world, they mistook my detachment as aggressiveness because they were there to connect with people on chemical body emotional level. Yeah, there is internet. I mean, people do, internet dating. People match out and do that. But then they go
like
meet
less than 10% of like interactions.
That's right. And they go meet in the chemical body. That's the purpose. If you stay within your body, it will become a flaming, absurd situation. And I was ready for that and enjoyed it, and that's why the outside people can't understand me. Many times somebody would come in after a while and say, he would publicly go right there, I don't understand why Purple can stay here and take all this stuff. I don't know what his motives are. What the hell is he doing? And then people say, well, it's a bot, it's not even him. It was hilarious that people trying to interpret it, and of course, I'm right there reading him. I'm right there in the same space, laughing my head off, and these guys can't see the chip body effect. They can't see it. And here's what happens. They also think I am totally a brain-dead, non-compost, fucked up schizoid retard, because they don't, I am not responding. They think your chemical body will eventually get pissed off what they're saying. And they just can't stand how could I be here for 15 years? Beyond for 15 years, even that. You've been here for 15 fucking years, being a bloody idiot, and everybody hates you, we ignore your post, you're still here. They can't understand that, you know what I mean? And they think I must be nuts. And all they have to do is go listen to one of our dialogues or hear me on the radio with Ion. I mean, I just brought forward the most amazing event in human history, Ion, and that can't be a schizoid idiot doing that. But I can also be a regular person talking to you and come up with good, sane, interesting insights. They won't allow themselves to experience that part. Because they got egos, they got chemical body. The whole subconscious thing is all about celebrating your chemical body ego and aggrandizing by becoming a after and satisfying your chemical body dreams. All the virgins, all the drugs, all the slack you want, right?
Right.
No engagement with any other that interrupts you. That's the 50s consumer's dream of the all black, and I've always known that, always satirized it on that level. They will make fun of McLuhan, but not even know that, well, you might know, if you understood a bit of McLuhan, you might be able to do better with this church. Make more money. Great example of the issue. That's why they don't know. I told them, I'm here because you are a great laboratory of human stupidity in a new environment. And you're not uncreative, you're very funny and inventive in what you come up with, but the actual addictiveness or the life you lead around it is fucked up by this. You don't know. You don't know. I'm pointing to the other body for your benefit. They don't know how the kind of creativity you have in instant interaction is not going to serve you well if you don't know the larger context of what's happening. So I'm constantly there saying you're a laboratory of human stupidity on that level. Even though you are intelligent, chemical, for typing, good typer, good flamer, but you are stupid because there's a lot more to make this interesting. So because you're stupid, you are my victims in my lab, is what I'm saying.